Now, if you haven't watched the previous training video on how to make additional folders available offline, you want to watch that because first of all, I introduce you to what offline means when your company or organization is connected to the Microsoft Exchange server or a corporate computer where, again, on that computer you have an account for you. So when you're on your own computer within the office and you open up Microsoft Outlook, what you see in there is actually what you're looking at on that corporate computer through the network. Now, like I said in the previous training video, it does get copied onto your local computer, so if you get disconnected from the Exchange server or you're offline, like if I click on the drop down arrow and say work offline, you can still read your email messages. But when I'm disconnected from the Exchange server and I create new appointments, some new contacts, and on the corporate computer, or again the Exchange server, new emails come in, we're disconnected. I need to get the new emails and the corporate computer needs to show my additional appointments. So other people on the network within my company can see that I've got some appointments and not to be bothered on those days or at those times. That's what they call synchronization, is for my computer to look at the corporate computer, find out what's missing, what's different, and update it on mine, and vice versa from the corporate back to my computer. Now in this training video, what I want to talk about is the offline custom groups. In other words, making folders in the custom receive group available offline. And the whole purpose of creating send and receive group, besides the default one, because by default when you click send and receive, it wants to synchronize all of the folders. And if you have a slow connection, like maybe you're on the road and you got dial-up and you're just really desperate to check your email, you don't want to check everything, your tasks, the contacts, all these folders. Maybe you just want to check the inbox. And so what you can do is you can create your own group. So let me click on the drop-down arrow. See, here's the default. This folder, Microsoft Exchange Server, when I click on that, it's going to go ahead and connect to the Microsoft Exchange server, and it was connected for a brief second while it checked everything and make sure we were all synced up. Both the corporate computer and my computer had nothing different. If they did, we would copy over my stuff to their corporate computer or vice versa so we match up. And I don't want to check all these folders because it could take a long time, especially on a dial-up connection. So instead, I'm going to come up here, click on the drop-down arrow, and instead of this folder or all account groups, which is the same as this folder because I only have one account group, and I'll show you that in just a second. Or they do have the Microsoft Exchange only, where you can say just check my inbox, but what if I want more than just my inbox? Let's say we just want to check the inbox and the calendar. Well, let's go ahead and create that custom group. Again, send and receive, drop down arrow to send receive settings and click on define send receive groups. Now by default, as you recall in the previous training video, we had all accounts. So when I click edit, the Microsoft Exchange server, when I click send and receive, was going to check and synchronize all these folders. I don't want all the folders synced up until I get back into the office and directly connect to the corporate network, which is a lot faster than being on the road and using a dial-up connection. So I'll click cancel, I'll click new, and I'll call it whatever I want. Let's say it's just for the inbox and calendar folders that I want to sync up when I'm on the road, and click OK. Then it's going to ask me what account do you want to include in this group. It's going to be this account. Let me go ahead and check it. The moment I check it, because it's selected and it's the only one, it updates down below and it says, okay, what folders do you want to sync? We'll check the inbox and the calendar. And then click OK, close. Then when I'm on the road and I have a limited connection, slow connection, dial-up connection, I don't want to check every folder. Let me just click on the drop-down arrow, and there it is, inbox and calendar group. Click on that. It'll try to connect, and then once it does, it's just checking those two folders, just the inbox and the appointments or the calendar folder. And so it'll say, okay, you've got some stuff that we don't have, and we have some appointments and emails you don't have. Let's go ahead and copy it over to each other's computer, and then once it's done, it goes back offline. And of course, if you want to get rid of it or make any changes, remember you can click on the send and receive drop-down arrow, go back to where we came from, send and receive settings, to define those groups, and then select it and either edit it, uncheck or check some more boxes, click cancel, or just select it and click remove, close out, and when you click on the drop down arrow, it's no longer there. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.